Bureau of Investigation has registered a preliminary inquiry on the orders of Lokpal against TMC MP Mahua Moitra to probe allegations of quid pro quo for raising questions in Parliament. Earlier, complaints were filed before the Lokpal, and after going through the complaint, the Lokpal had asked Central Bureau of Investigation to initiate a PE, to initiate an inquiry into this matter. So, on the orders of Lokpal, our sources say that the Central Bureau of Investigation (CBI) has registered a preliminary inquiry to probe the allegations that Mahua Moitra got gifts from some corporate companies to raise questions in their favor in Parliament, and that's why the Central Bureau of Investigation, according to our sources, has also invoked Prevention of Corruption Act in its preliminary inquiry that has been registered by CBI. So preliminary inquiry is the first process where the agency will conduct PE or a preliminary inquiry, and based on the outcome of the inquiry, the Central Bureau of Investigation can register a regular case or an FIR equivalent to FIR. So in CBI's parlance, preliminary inquiry is the first step where the agency will look into prima facie if there is any case made out or not. If at all at the end of the preliminary inquiry, if the agency comes to a conclusion that there is a prima facie evidence that there is a criminal case has been made out, then the agency will register an FIR. So now the preliminary inquiry has been registered against Mahua Moitra under sections like Prevention of Corruption Act and other sections based on the orders of Lokpal. So now the Central Bureau of Investigation will get documents from relevant authorities, and they can also ask Mahua Moitra, or they can also question Mahua Moitra during the preliminary inquiry, but the agency cannot conduct searches or anything. So only at the outcome of the preliminary inquiry, if at all if there is a criminal case made out, then the Central Bureau of Investigation can register an RC. So in this particular matter, for now, PE has been registered based on the orders of Lokpal, and then at the outcome of PE, the Central Bureau of Investigation will take further procedures as per law.
Right. So, Arvind, that's the big breaking news right now. The CBI inquiry into the cash for questions case against Trinamool MP Mahua Moitra. If you can take our viewers, Arvind, through, what this entire case was about. It was brought to the notice of the Ethics Committee by Nishikant Dubey, BJP MP. And then from there, the Ethics Committee also looked into this matter. And they have they're going to recommend expulsion of Mahua Moitra from the Lok Sabha. That's something that is expected in the winter session. And so far, she has admitted that she did give her login details to Hiranandani. However, she has denied receiving any kind of monetary benefits.
Yeah, Gargi, the Central Bureau of Investigation, acting on the reference from Lokpal, has registered this PE because Lokpal has given a time frame also to Central Bureau of Investigation to conduct its inquiry, and then the inquiry report has to be given to Lokpal, and then Lokpal will give further orders. That's the reference that the Central Bureau of Investigation has got from Lokpal. So the prima facie allegation in the before the Lokpal, or the complaint that was lodged before Lokpal, was that Mahua Moitra got several pecuniary benefits from one of the corporate houses, and she raised questions in Parliament in order to benefit this particular corporate company, and that's where the allegation, prima facie allegation against Mahua Moitra is that she misused her parliamentary privilege, and thereby she received pecuniary benefit because an MP is a central government employee as per Supreme Court judgment, and that's why Lokpal took cognizance of the complaint, and that's why Lokpal asked Central Bureau of Investigation to look into this matter. So based on the order of Lokpal, Central Bureau of Investigation has registered a PE. PE means preliminary inquiry. That's the first step, a basic inquiry that the Central Bureau of Investigation carries out, and at the conclusion of PE, if at all if there is a criminal case made out, and then if at all if a criminal case is made out, then CBI will register a regular case, which is an FIR. For now, PE has been registered. In PE, CBI cannot arrest someone. CBI cannot conduct searches also. Instead, CBI can write to all the connected stakeholders or all the parties involved in this matter, and they can ask all the parties to share information, whatever information that they have pertaining to this particular case, and CBI can examine that particular matter, and also CBI can also question Mahua Moitra in this particular case during preliminary inquiry. They can also record the statement of Mahua Moitra. So after going through the documents and also the statement of people involved in this particular matter, CBI will come to a conclusion. If at all if there is a criminal case is made out, then CBI will inform Lokpal that the criminal case has been made out, and as per the orders of Lokpal, CBI can register a regular case in this particular matter. This is only based on the reference of Lokpal. But Gargi, there is also one more proceeding that is currently simultaneously underway. That is the Ethics Committee. Ethics Committee has already concluded its proceeding, and Ethics Committee has already submitted its report to Lok Sabha Speaker. Even in that particular Ethics Committee report, the Ethics Committee has also recommended for a criminal investigation into this particular matter. So that particular ethics committee report will be placed before the parliament in the winter session, and once the Lok Sabha passes that particular ethics committee report, that particular report will be sent to CBI. So for now, CBI has one reference from Lokpal based on which it has registered a PE. If at all, if Lokpal passes the ethics committee report, and if ethics committee report are also forwarded to CBI for further investigation, then CBI can register an RC, a regular case, which is an FIR. For CBI to register an FIR based on Lok Sabha report, they need to get a Section 17A sanction from the Lok Sabha Speaker, because in order to initiate an investigation under the Prevention of Corruption Act, they need to get Section 17A sanction as per the 2018 amendment. But for Lokpal investigation, based on the orders of Lokpal to initiate a PE, CBI does not need any sanction or permission from Lok Sabha Speaker, and that's why just based on the reference from Lokpal, now Central Bureau of Investigation has registered a PE.
All right, Arvind. So now this preliminary inquiry will take place by the CBI, in which they have to investigate whether there was any quid pro quo. In the sense, Mahua Moitra has admitted that she did, share her login details with Hiranandani, and that he used to that questions were filed, but that quid pro quo is what the CBI is now going to be looking into, whether there is actually anything to that, isn't it?
Yeah, Gargi, the CBI's investigation prima facie will be on the allegations of that Mahua Moitra received pecuniary benefits or monetary benefits from a corporate house, and in order to benefit that particular corporate house, she raised questions. So that's why the case against Mahua Moitra, or the complaint against Mahua Moitra, is on this single premise that she misused her parliamentary privilege in order to benefit a corporate house. In turn, she received some kind of gifts, a monetary benefit or pecuniary benefit from this particular corporate house, which is also an offence under Prevention of Corruption Act, and that's where a complaint was made before Lokpal. Gargi, we have to make this as per the legal sense. These are two issues. There are two issues before Lokpal. One, whether a Lok Sabha MP, a central government employee, that has already been settled in several judgments in Supreme Court, that a Lok Sabha MP is a central government employee. He or she has to be seen as a central government employee, and that's why Lokpal took cognizance of the complaint. That settled matter one. Second, after taking cognizance of the complaint, Lokpal has come to a prima facie finding that there seems to be some credence in the complaint, and that has to be investigated by a competent authority. Because Mahua Moitra is a central government employee, as under the Prevention of Corruption Act, as she is a Lok Sabha MP, so the matter was referred to Central Bureau of Investigation. For Central Bureau of Investigation to initiate an inquiry based on the recommendation of Lokpal, they need not get sanction or permission under Section 17A from Lok Sabha Speaker. And that's why what we are seeing now is that just based on the reference of Lokpal, Central Bureau of Investigation has initiated a preliminary inquiry, and the preliminary inquiry report has to be submitted to Lokpal. According to our sources, they have given time frame of 3 to 6 months, which we are yet to confirm. So Lokpal has asked Central Bureau of Investigation to conclude its preliminary inquiry within a time frame. So the CBI will conduct its PE, and the PE report will be submitted before Lokpal, and based on the orders of Lokpal, CBI can register an FIR. This is purely based on Lokpal reference. In the meantime, in the Lok Sabha, if the ethics committee report is passed and that particular report is also sent to CBI, then CBI need not wait for Lokpal's further order. Just based on Lok Sabha's passage of this ethics committee report, CBI can also register FIR into this matter.